Hello and welcome to the Inner Swim channel. My name is Jaylyn and this is 10-Minute Yin. So just a quick moment in your day to unwind, reset, and re-energize. So if you love Yin or if you love yoga, go ahead and subscribe to our channel and let's begin. For today's quick mini Yin practice, you will need a yoga block. Just one. I have two here, but you only need one. So a nice yoga block, or as a substitute, you can use a couple of pretty thick books. Okay, so when you've got that, I'll meet you down. We're going to begin on our backs. So once you've got that, go ahead and find your way down onto your back. And have that block or little pile of books, have it handy by your side. And just go ahead and stretch your legs out if that feels all right. Maybe just ground your hands on your belly or out to your side. And invitation to close your eyes. Or just relax your eyes as you gaze upward at something. And let's begin our practice with 7 long, slow, deep breaths. So at your own pace, breathing in, filling up and breathing out. Seven long breaths. And I encourage you in this open shape to breathe right down through the tips of your lungs, right down towards your belly. So let the breath can gently expand and massage the belly and the internal organs. Gently energizing the body and the mind from the inside out. Just 7 deep breaths. That's all you have to do. Just breathing in. And after that 7th breath, just let your breath be. Let yourself be. And just notice how you're feeling. Notice any sensations in your body. And today I'll invite you to call to mind something that you are celebrating. This could be something in your life, something about yourself. It's something you're celebrating. Could be something small, could be something really big. So whatever feels natural, whatever comes up naturally. And just let that feeling of celebration fill you. Really embody that feeling of celebration. Even if it's a really tiny glimmer, or maybe it's filling your whole body. Beautiful. And after having elevated our energy in this way, let's practice a little heart-opening yin shape. So from your back, if your legs are stretched out, you'll just bring them parallel or hip-width apart. And then bend one knee at a time and plant your feet just beneath your knees, keeping them hip width apart. And just for a moment, feeling your pelvis imprinting, so the back of your pelvis getting weighted down on the floor, your shoulder blades weighted, and maybe a little bit of a lift in your middle to lower back. And now have your block or pile of books handy. You're going to have your block on its first position, so on its flattest, widest side. And this block is going to slide under us horizontally. We're going to support the back of our pelvis with the block, okay? So place it by your side. When you're ready, press into your feet and lift just high enough to slide that block under your pelvis. Make sure that it's right in the center, and then rest your pelvis down on that block. So you want to make sure that it's your pelvis resting on the block and the block is not pressing into your spine. And if you've got it in the right position, chances are it'll be quite pleasing to be in this shape. So this is option 1, to just stay here and just relax the rib cage down and be here. Option 2, you can start to straighten the legs out and take this just a bit deeper, gently reaching out through your heels. We want our toes to not just fall out to the sides, but almost be pointing up towards the ceiling. Stretching those front thighs, front of the hips, again stimulating those stomach and spleen lines. An option to stay here, or to now bring the arms overhead, maybe stacking the palms or grabbing hold of opposite elbows, and also opening through the heart and the lungs. So just take this wherever you want to, whatever feels available, whatever feels appropriate for today. Try to relax your rib cage and just let the body open along these long lines in the front and the back. Beautiful. And we're breathing. We're settling into the block. Maybe connecting to a sense of openness as you stretch out. For just a few more breaths. This is so good. You spend a lot of time sitting. So from here, to come out, we're going to bend one knee at a time and plant that foot. Bend the other knee, plant that foot. Release your arms back alongside you. And we'll return to that first position. And just settling the body for a moment in this first position, unwinding step by step. So good for our circulation. And now when you're ready, press down into your feet. You're going to engage your belly muscles, engage your leg and glute muscles, and lift yourself off of that block. And just slide the block out, keep your hips lifted, and then bone by bone, from the top of your spine to the bottom, you're going to release so slowly, bone by bone. Oh. And to release from that, you might like to bring your knees in towards your chest. And gently hug the knees in, maybe rocking a bit side to side. And to release a little more, you might curl your head up and in towards your knees now and just give yourself a little squeeze. And relax. And I'll leave you here to perhaps sit and reflect with yourself for a moment. Thank you so much for joining me for this 10-minute yin. I hope you feel a little reset and re-energized. Namaste.